So some details on switching sides and stuff while you're spinning buzzsaw behind your back. So the easiest way for me to switch sides, I guess the most basic way, is just to keep the buzzsaw going and hold it behind your back, and then switch it to the other side. Kind of like that. And that's kind of like a move of its own. If you just do that, then if you get on the ground or lean over, audience people will usually flip out. They usually flip out over the buzzsaw. So that's just one way that you can switch back, and then it flies forward and in reverse. It's a little more difficult in reverse, especially if you're wearing a shirt, because it'll catch on it. And then if you can do the behind the back weave, just the regular forward or reverse, you can use that turn, that switching of sides, to go between sides of your buzzsaw. So if you're going in reverse, just like in the weave, scoop the arm around, and then the other one scoops around, but you just immediately go into a buzzsaw. Like that. Around. And the same applies for the forward. But the same applies that it's like the weave. But instead of going around with the forward, you're going to put your hand through. You can put your hand through the gap created here and scoop it around to this side. And this hand will follow, so you get something like kind of like that. So those are some tips for weaving around behind the back. And then the turning, I find the turning is easier not to turn across the front of your body, but to turn from your back towards your back. So in the case of reverse, to turn towards the back, it puts it in forward on this side. Then scoop it around. The same thing applies for the other side. Scoop it around. And then for forward, it's instead of scooping over, like in reverse, you scoop under to turn. So forward would be like that. And I suppose if you really practice, you could do a weave, some kind of weird buzzsaw weave. But I haven't practiced that.